I have hatched 6 million eggs in Bubblegum Simulator Infinity, which is a lot of eggs. I mean, it's not as much compared to the leaderboard. These leaderboard players really need to go touch some grass, or I guess, I don't know how this guy's going to move because he's a chair, but these guys should probably go outside a couple times. However, I can't say anything. I also have 716 hours in this game, but yeah, I do not have this many eggs, but I've got 6 million, which is still quite a few. I would have more, however, if you didn't know, I was moving house recently, and by recently I mean like a couple of weeks ago, but obviously I slacked on the eggs there, so that's why I'm a bit behind. Anyway, I have hatched a lot of secrets in the amount of eggs I've hatched, and also I'm going to be explaining my current situation with especially competitive. So let's start off with going to the quest here, going to eggs and scrolling all the way down and claiming our 20 mythic evolve for hatching 6 million eggs. We're actually on 6.1 million eggs, or if we're precise, I'm on 6.172, so I'm nearly at 6.2 million eggs. So I've hatched a lot of eggs. In this video, I'm going to be showing you everything I've hatched, breaking down every egg, and also showing my index and everything. So let's start with the common egg. We have hatched 46,000 common eggs. Not many, but I mean, obviously the common egg is going to be more than something like the spotted egg, which we've hatched only 2,800 of. Then we go to the ice shard egg. We've only hatched 5,000 of these. The spiky egg, we've hatched 8,000. The magma egg, we've hatched 1,600. The crystal egg, we've hatched 2,900. The lunar egg, we've hatched 915. The void egg, we've hatched 411,000. The hell egg, we've hatched 8,200. The nightmare egg, we've hatched 300,000. The rainbow egg, we've hatched 28,000. The showman egg, which we've gone forward to a couple updates here, but the showman egg I've hatched 133 of. The mining egg I've hatched 90,000, and the cyborg egg I've hatched 1.1 million. We got a couple more eggs to go through. So the infinity egg here, we have hatched ourselves 1,035,000. And that's the overworld one. I wonder if it changes if I click minigame paradise. No, it does not change. Okay, so I assume it just counts as the same. Obviously, you've got a couple eggs to go, so let's quickly go over to the minigame area. So we've only hatched 100,000 of these neon eggs, and I'll tell you why in a bit, why I've hatched so little of those eggs. And we've also only hatched 2,300 of these chance eggs. Yet again, I'll tell you why I've hatched so little of the new eggs in a bit. We've already gone through these eggs, and the final eggs are obviously the rift eggs, which I can't really show you, but I will be able to show you in the index. But we'll get to the index later, because it will spoil certain things I've hatched, so we're going to do that at the end. So let's start with my first ever secret pet. My first ever secret pet I hatched at about 1.2 million eggs, which is pretty lucky, and it was the shiny giant chocolate chicken. A lot of you guys know about this beautiful little pet because it's kind of it became a meme on my channel. It's not really a meme on my channel anymore, but this thing used to be the top comment on every video. Every video used to have the top comment being, "Oh, I'm glad he mentioned his shiny giant chocolate chicken. I didn't know he had that." Because also I love those memes. It's very funny. But now I'm washed. My views are much less, so there's a lot less people watching my videos. A lot less memes, unfortunately, about this shiny chocolate chicken. But hey, maybe we could bring it back. Top comment on this video be about the shiny giant chocolate chicken. So this was my first secret. A shiny secret is my first secret. Is kind of insane. If we go to the shiny index here, you can see I've got myself the shiny giant chocolate chicken, which I'll play the animation. Why not? I will talk over it though. I've showed this animation without talking over it before. Not like music's playing. So as you can see, it's just any old secret animation. I wish I could speed it up because we don't care about this bit. We care about this bit that's about to pop up on screen. Shiny giant chocolate chicken. Very cool. But yeah, of course, shiny giant chocolate chicken as a first secret, 1 in 2 billion is insane. I hatched it just naturally from a rift, I think. However, it was on a 25 times rift, but it was when the rifts were broken, so it was actually technically like a 2 times rift. And then we move on to our second secret. So our second secret pet was this fella here. Yep, we hatched 2 giant chocolate chickens. We got a milk chocolate one, and we got a white chocolate one. Yep, I'm gonna eat them both. No, but in all seriousness, we hatched 2 of these, and I did not get the Deja Vu title for this, which you may say it makes sense. They're not technically the same secret. If we go to titles here, that's not where you find titles. If we go to titles here and go to special titles and scroll all the way down to Deja Vu, we do not have Deja Vu, even though this is technically the same secret. But hey, you know what? It's fine. Since these count as different secrets, we'll get Collector of Secrets after our third secret, right? And speaking of our third secret, 2 more updates pass and we hatch ourselves a little mech robot here. So yeah, this is our third secret. So that is the Collector of Secrets title collected, right? Nope. Well, I've got it now because I've hatched an extra secret. However, I actually never got the Keeper of Secrets title for hatching these 3 secrets, which means these two little culprits here don't count as the same secret for Deja Vu, but they also don't count as different secrets. So basically, I got absolutely scammed there. But to be fair, considering how valuable chocolate chicken is for some reason, honestly, I don't mind. Like, the value of it is kind of insane. So yeah, that's a bit of a scam. However, I have hatched a 4th secret somehow in 6 million eggs. In fact, these 4 secrets were all hatched within like 4.5 or 4 million eggs. So yeah, I've hatched like 2 million eggs since. But my 4th secret was a beautiful little wolf lord. So we've got 3 limited secrets and we've got 1 permanent secret, which is not worth much at all, but that's okay. It looks pretty cool. The mech robots are pretty cool pet. I'm really happy with all my secrets, especially this fella and this fella. The chocolate chickens are such cool pets. They just wobble along. And then I hatched another secret. This fella, I'm kidding, I didn't hatch this guy. This guy was donated to me by a guy called Pookie Potato. Yeah, so this was not me, unfortunately. I don't usually take donations. If you're new to this channel, I don't like taking donations. I never really would take donations. However, when it's one of my favorite pets in the game, considering how it flies, I like the fact it jumps like that. I like having this pet. I really wanted this pet, so I accepted it as a donation. However, usually if someone really wants to donate something to me, I will either take it and give it away, or I won't take it. So yeah, that's kind of my consensus on getting given free stuff, hence why I don't have a lot of secrets. A lot of people offer me free secrets. I take none of them, apart from that silly doggy, because honestly, I really like the silly doggy. I mean, it's also really valuable, but I don't really plan on trading it. Right, okay, now we've got all the secrets over and done with. Let's do a quick overview on some eggs. In fact, actually, we can show the index now. So let's go through our index here. First of all, let's just go through this basic part. No one really cares about any of this. I haven't hatched a secret from any of these eggs, and I don't think you're really interested in too many things. I've only hatched 3 null voids and 400,000 eggs, which is kind of bad, but to be fair, it took me 250,000 to hatch my first. If we go to minigame paradise, you can see it's the same ordeal, apart from I haven't got the shiny equalizer yet, but then again, I haven't really been hatching that egg because I'll explain the reason in a second, but we'll go through mythic first. Here are my mythics. Pretty good. My rarest mythic is still this. However, we've got quite a few mythics now, especially because I've been hatching a lot of the infinity egg, which means we've got a lot of this mythic index actually filled out. And then we move to events. This is the interesting part. This is the part that most people care about. So we got Easter 2025. I hatched 1.3 million eggs in Easter 2025. It was a big event. It was a long event, so I hatched a lot of eggs from it, including my chocolate chicken and my shiny chocolate chicken. I am missing the shiny holy egg and the shiny cardinal bunny. However, I can make those whenever I want. I know the shiny holy egg is here, but I don't actually have it. It's actually glitched. And then we move on to 100 million visits, which we have everything, but not the shiny puff because I don't really care. And we only hatched 467,000 of those eggs because I was moving house during this egg was released. Then we've got the 200 million egg, which I didn't hatch too much. I've hatched 782,000 of these, which it could be less, could be more, but we did hatch ourselves a wolf lord from here, which only 9,200 exists, which isn't actually that bad compared to something like the mech robot. We got the underworld egg here, which is still in the game. It's just I don't think you can hatch a lord shock from it anymore. We've only hatched 180,000 of those, and then the season 2 egg we've hatched 323, but we have hatched more. It just didn't update early on in the update. Right, okay, let me do a quick explanation on why I haven't been hatching the new eggs. It's because I've been hatching this thing for competitive points. Now, speaking of competitive points, I'm going to get kicked out of my own team at this rate. We are 340th, right? We want to be top 500, which should be easy. I was originally going for top 50, but that's incredibly hard. Then we're like, okay, we'll settle for top 200. But that's not going well. So at this point, I'm just going for top 500. As long as we get top 500, I'll be happy at this point. However, even that is looking a bit risky, and we've only got 275,000 points, so it's a little bit embarrassing. I am the second worst in my team, and I don't know how I have slipped this far behind, especially because I made a video on how to get points fast. I guess that video is a lie because I do not know how to get points fast, apparently. Well, to be fair, I haven't been actively playing that much, but like, then again, I should have more. Also, we got a lot of these series 2 eggs, but I think I'm gonna save up for 10,000 of them and maybe do a video where I open 10,000, who knows. Anyway, that is my current situation. So in 6 million eggs, I have hatched, let's show our full inventory now, because I haven't really shown it, because I've been hiding the secrets. I've hatched myself quite a few secrets. I mean, not the silly dog. I've hatched 4 secrets, which is pretty good, especially considering I hatched all 4 of these secrets within like 4.5 million eggs, which makes it even better. Also, the profit is in this egg. I would hatch that. Thing is, I've got no freedom right now. I've got no freedom until the end of this competitive season, because I've just got to grind out this. Honestly, I'm tempted to leave this team and allow them to get better players and not become top 500, because I don't know if I deserve to be top 500 here, considering how much I am letting down the team. Well, so is this person here, but like, you know, I'm letting down the team quite a bit. Even though I have been grinding this egg as much as I can, I'm still behind compared to everyone else. I don't know how. I guess it's a skill issue. I'm just bad at the game. And also, I really want to hatch, like, other eggs. I want to hatch the new eggs, but I don't have any freedom to do that because I just got to hatch the infinity egg for points. It's really sad, but hey, maybe I can just grind. Honestly, I could probably get 100k points if I just grinded today, but I don't want to. I've spent a lot of my daily points buying, okay, let's claim that, buying these reroll orbs. I used to have maximum daily points, however, I have spent some on reroll orbs, but I could get 2,500 reroll orbs right this second, and with that, I could probably get a lot of points, but, like, then again, is it worth it? Is it worth spending these stars when they could add something cool with the stars? They could add something like a pet in here or something, but maybe it's just best to spend on reroll orbs. Anyway, that's about it for this video. I've hatched 6 million eggs. Let me know how many you've hatched, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.